Hey everybody, welcome back to another SJ Games Live. I'm Hunter, and I'm here today to show you how to play Muertoons. Before we do that though, I want to do a quick shout out to our Munchkin Special Delivery Box. You might have seen this teased last week on our live stream. This is a Kickstarter that actually just went live today. Our first printing sold out really fast, so we decided to give people another chance to get it, and the signed copies went really fast again, but we have a lot of boxes available. You can back it now. It does end on Monday, so back it soon if you want it. This is essentially $80 worth of Munchkin stuff, including a game, expansions, boosters, stuff like that, for only $45. The link's in the description below. You want to check that out. You can find that there. But for now, let's take a look at Muertoons. If you saw last week, Rhea did an unboxing of this game. It's a quick card game for 2 to 5 players, and we're going to show you how to play it. So let's follow us down here, and I'll give you an idea how to play it. So, in Muertoons, you're trying to lead your friends to the Dia de los Muertos festival, and you're doing that by clearing out your hand. So, you deal out cards to all the players, and you're dealing out the entire deck. So we're just going to take a sample hand over here, a sample hand over here, and then there's always going to be a hand for Tio Rico. Tio Rico is a mischief maker, and he's always trying to cause trouble, so you don't know what cards are in his hand. Each hand's going to have different characters in it, and you're going to have to follow the character that's already in the discard pile with the rules based on that character. You can notice over here there's a couple little cheat sheets, if you will, that tell you how to play. So we have Rosita here, and so the player would have to play the next highest number. So the player to my left would have to play a 2, and they could play a 2 of any character. So let's say they play a 2 of Lupita. So you just go over here to Lupita, play the same number or any Lupita. So the next player would have to play out of their hand either a 2 or the same character. So there's no Lupitas in their hand, so they could play a 2, which is Ruby. Ruby has her own little rule, and it's a really fun rule. You actually have a contest. Everyone has to reveal a card from their hand, and whoever plays the highest Ruby card gets to play again. So you all simultaneously reveal, and this person played the highest Ruby card. This person played a 10, so they both get out of their hand. They all go to the discard pile. So what you're doing is you're just trying to play cards to get cards out of your hand. If you can't play a card on the stack, say someone, like if I had a Ruby out there, so now this person can play any card from their hand since they won, so they played 11 of BB. And BB's rule is you play the next highest number. Well, if you look at my hand, unfortunately I don't have the next highest number because the highest it goes up to is 11. There is a wild card in the game called a Spirit, but I don't have it, so I would have to pass. Every time you have to pass, that's bad because you're not getting a card out of your hand. Once someone has played all the cards from their hands, they win the game. So going through the game again, you're playing all the characters out, your hand is empty, you've led your friends to the Dia de los Muertos festival. So there's a 1 through 11 of all the characters, plus there's a Spirit card which serves as a wild card. And you have all the powers on here. So if you have any questions about during the game, you can always just refer to this. So BB and Rosita are just play the next highest number. Ruby has that fun little contest I showed you. Gabby's play the same number or any Gabby. And if you pass, each other player has to give you a card. So that adds more cards to your hand, which is always bad. And then Lupita's the one I showed you. And same thing, play the same number or any Lupita. And if you pass, the previous player discards a straight. And you can play on the highest card. So that means that someone could discard a 1 through a 7 or something like that and play a ton of cards from their hand. So there's a fun little strategy to it because you're having to keep cards in your hand to try to play on your other friends. But the Tio Rico hand, you don't know what's in here. So this could have all sorts of good cards in it, and you won't ever get to see them the whole game. So that's it, really. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes to play, and it's a really simple card game. And it'll be available later this year. It'll be September when it comes out for $14.95. But guys, that is Muertoons. If you ever again, if you want to see a closer look at the cards, you can check out Rhea's unboxing from last week. If you want to tune in next week, we're actually going to be taking a look at Munchkin Shakespeare Limited Engagement. This is the Kickstarter exclusive expansion for Munchkin Shakespeare. We'll do a full unboxing. I shared some pictures on social media. If you follow us on Facebook or Twitter, you can check those out as well. And we got some other fun preview stuff here. I just want to show off real quick. It's our Munchkin Tavern glasses and silly pints. So these are silly pints. They're like rubberized cups that we're going to be selling at Munchkin Tavern. And it has the Munchkin Shakespeare, one of the Shakespeare arts on it. This is the Armor of Proof, and we have pint glasses here too. If you are at Gen Con, check us out there. You can. It's going to be the Munchkin Tavern at Tavern on South. You can come by, and a lot of our guests of honor are going to be signing stuff, so you can get your stuff signed. So check us out there, guys. But until next week, tune in for that Shakespeare unboxing. I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.